Okay, so next day out here. Last night we got everything kind of bolted up better and it's all strong now and everything. So what I want to do is make the intercooler mounts for this. And what I thought about doing, because this over here, so this old piece here actually was sitting here like this across this, I guess, radiator mount, if you will. It's kind of chinsy and old and can't really bolt anything to it because it's round. So what I did is I got this piece of stock here, and what I want to do is something like this. So I want to bolt that on this, and I'm actually connecting it, instead of to the radiator support, I'm connecting it to these, which are bolted to the fenders. So I think if I have that big piece across here to each bracket, that it will strengthen the front end a lot more, and also allow me to make a bracket for the intercooler bolted right to this piece of stock. So I'm going to bolt that up, and we'll see what we have to do to make L brackets, because to get it away from the actual hood latch, this has got to be pushed back a little bit, which if it's pushed back right here, it's perfect. It's out of the way. And I think if we do that enough to where we can bolt it to the piece of stock and it leans back, we'll have no issues, and it will actually look pretty good. So that's what we're going to work on today. Yep, drill time. That's all set. Yeah, that's gonna strengthen that up a lot. Going across in these brackets. Oh yeah, it's a lot better. My wrench is stuck, so that's cool. There we go. Awesome. Okay, so now we got that on, and we can clean these corners up later. We can shave this off, but for right now, what I want to do is get these kind of just L bracketed right to that piece. And I should have some stock over here. Yes, I do. I could just use this, really. It's not super heavy or anything. Honestly, most of the support is going to be held by the cold side piping anyways, but at least this way it won't bounce around. So this is actually aluminum. We can cut some of this up, bend it, and see what works. that, eh? Somewhere in there. Get that bolted on first. Yeah. All right, and since I'm basically gonna mimic that piece I'm making, I did the same thing over here. Just put that same piece up, marked it, and marked the spot where I want to drill the hole. That way I can take this off one time and be done with it. Yeah. All right, so I drilled the holes, and then I figured while I was on the bench, I would cut those corners off around the edges and throw some black paint on it. Honestly, this was like 10 minutes of work, so you didn't miss too much. Literally just, like I said, just cut, grinded, and threw some black paint on. There's like 1.5 coats of paint on, so it's no big deal. I just didn't want it to be all rusty. So, and one thing I'm glad I remembered to do was I had to put the bolt in from this side, because if I would have put it in from this side, I would have went right through the radiator. So I'm glad I caught that. But that's on there, so now we can take the piece we cut and kind of match it up like that. And I gotta set this down. Bear with me for a second, guys. Do that. Okay, yeah, something like that. Okay, cool. So, all right. Just really need this against that. Nothing major. So, remember, I want this kind of pulled like that. So, I'm gonna have to, I mean, I'm always guessing, but I'm really gonna have to guess now. Let's see, get my marker. Ooh, right here. Okay. Make sure that's tight. Straight. I always guess anyways, I don't think it's a big deal. The hole about right there, I think we'll do. There we are. All right, we'll drill that and see if it bolts up and go from there. Oh, find my bolt. Where my bolt at? It's in my pocket. Okay. So now, something like this. Let's go against there. Oh, that's gonna be perfect. Okay. How about that? Oh, I better start that before I lose it, eh? Okay, I need something. Where's that? There it is. Okay. All right, let's tighten this up real quick and see what we got. Oh, can I get in there? Okay. It's probably a 10. Oh, that's gonna be it. Thank you. There it is. Oh, dude, that's it. Check that out. It's perfect. Perfect spacing. Oh yeah. It's not against the radiator, there's still a gap. That's it, guys. Check that out. Awesome. So now I'll mimic that piece for this side, and then yeah, we'll be set. Just need some paint, maybe. I don't even care about that really. I just didn't want that piece to be rusty. Cool. And there you have it. Smoothed out, the corner is painted. Look at that. Man, it's looking pretty good. It was about an hour worth of work, and she's all set. That's a nice gap here, so that's not against the intercooler. Still have a gap in between. Looking pretty good. So we did all that, made it look good, and obviously strengthened up both sides of the car, the fenders. So that's awesome. pretty happy with the way that turned out. Okay, that's gonna be it for today. Top of that, the fuel sump came in. Check that out. Yep, so it's gonna sit in the bottom of the tank like this. And we got the feed and return ports right there. So haven't decided if we're gonna do that Tuesday. It depends on how much I get done tomorrow, if I get the tank out or not. But we'll see. Either way, by next weekend, we should have the fuel system done if we get the fuel line in time. So yeah, after that's done, then yeah, the whole underneath the car is all finished, I guess you could say. Yeah, and then just all the little stuff. There's a lot more than just little stuff, I guess, but I mean, the major stuff will be done. So then we can move on to the wastegate placements, stuff like that. So yeah. All right, guys. Well, until next time.